the power of our imagination, that remarkable faculty, as Colin Wilson defines, imagination is the ability to grasp realities that are not immediately present. That we can move through time and space, that we're not bound by the laws of physics to create a possibility that we can move into. And I'm thinking in terms of something that Ptolf Diomanovich Ouspensky said. And once he wrote this, he says, "I have found that the chief difficulty for most people was to realize they really heard new things. That is, things that they had never heard before. They kept translating what they heard into their habitual language. They had ceased to hope and believe that there might be anything new." Right? That and have you ever noticed that true for yourself? That you have to catch yourself? That everything just kind of gets framed within the lens of our own limitation? The real work of the imagination is to make contact with the strange world in which we live and to serve as both guide and inspiration for our development within it. It is the way we evolve. Imagination presents us with possible, potential realities that it is our job to actualize. And then later on he says this, he says, it's not an escape from reality or a substitute for it, but a deeper engagement. So let's think this through for a second if we can, that it's the imagination is the way we evolve. What I would say is, being made in the image and likeness of the divine, it's how all creation evolves. And what Dr. Holmes says is this, he says, our teaching is simple. Thoughts are causative, not easy. It means that we engage. It means that we become present. It means that we consciously apply this, that we tend the garden of our mind and heart. And one way that we can do that is to get in touch with our inner guide. And something that mystics have taught is this idea of imaginative prayer or imaginative contemplation. And you can use stories from any tradition that you want, whether it become from the Hebrew Bible or the Christian Bible, whether it's from the Dhammapada or the Gita. But it is getting in touch with that divine self, that God within, that reveals itself in our imagination. So imagine with me, if you will. Allow yourself to move beyond the familiar time and space and see yourself in this vast field of Dharma, the field of Kurukshetra. And there is all that you need, all that empowers you, and all that inspires you on one side. And on the other side are the things that you fear, the limitations that you've experienced, the guilt, the shame, the regret. And in the middle, as you look beyond this, perhaps you feel a sense of disempowerment or fear or anxiety. Just breathe. Just breathe. And bring into your attention a sacred image. And perhaps it's Krishna, who's known as Bhagavan, the possessor of all that is beautiful, all that is powerful, all that can be known, all that is attractive, and all opulence. And that he looks at you, as the Gita says, with a bemused smile and says, "Do not be afraid. Do not worry. You've got this. I am with you. I am that presence of goodness, of love, and encouragement, and you can draw upon me anytime. Let my image, or whatever image of this inner guidance is familiar to you, flood your mind, open your heart, change your perception. And so all you see is infinite possibilities. All you know is that you are loved and supported. And with God, all things are possible. And as we breathe into that, we create a new imagination for ourselves. We become a place of a new imagination for our tribe, for our nation, and for the world. And so it is.